हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू चेसपीडिया। इस लेक्चर को हिंदी में देखने के लिए हमारे चैनल अखंड भारत पर जाइए। अब हम देखेंगे कि किंग राजा कैसे मूव करता है, हाउ टू मूव द किंग इन चेस। सो किंग इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पीस बिकॉज यू कैन लूज एनी पीस इन चेस, बट इफ यू लूज द किंग द गेम इज ओवर. So king moves just like a queen. It can move in all the directions, all the 8 directions, but only one square at a time. So this king can move here, and similarly it can move at all the highlighted these points, 8 points. This king on the other hand can move in only 5 points because it is at not at the center. Once we move it to corner, suppose this king, now this king still has how many points? This king has 8 points, so it can move in all the 8 directions, but whereas this king can only move in, after it moves, 1 2 3 squares. Let's call it down, green them. So this has only 3 points possible. So this has plus the king cannot move to a place where it is under attack. So suppose I move this king here. Now there, since the king attacks this square and this square, same this the other king attacks this square, so the king cannot come near to each other. There always has to be a square in between them. I will explain this later also, don't worry about that. So let's take another example. This king has 2 moves possible on the both sides, whereas the black king has only 1 move possible, like this and like this. Let's go to another example. Here white king cannot move, but it has to move a piece because it is locked by its own pieces. Black king has 4 moves possible, like this. So let's just play 1 move like this. Now we introduce the concept of check. When the king is being attacked by an enemy piece, then it is known as check, or a pawn, it's known as check. A king can never check a king because they cannot come close to each other. There always have to be a square in between. So in this case, the rook is attacking the king. So in a check, there are 3 possible options for the opposite party. First, move the king out of the reach of the attacking piece. That means like this, we have moved away from it. 1 option, 2 option, and 3rd option. Second option is to bring a piece or a pawn in between the attacker and the king, like this. So now this has stopped the check. The 3rd option is to capture the attacking piece by either by king or by some other piece. So let's say we moved away like this. Now suppose white gives the check to black king. Let's play this move. Now how many moves black king has to avoid the check? First see which all square are being attacked. Let's mark them red. So the queen is attacking on this line, so mark this square as red. The knight is attacking on this, so mark this as red. The pawn is attacking here, mark this red. Already we cannot move at it because knight is occupying, and the pawn is attacking here, red. So the options available to a king are: first move away from the check, move away from the check, and move away from the check. Second option, bring a piece between the attacker and the king, like this. And the 3rd option, to capture by either a king or some other piece, to capture the attacker. So we have seen all in both the cases 5 ways are possible by all the 3 methods. Let's go to another example. In this case, we know we can capture just like this, right? But what if we are not able to capture? Suppose they have been protected by some other piece. So where all the kings can move? So we see the rook covers all these squares. So the white king has only 3 squares possible. This one, and this one, no other square. Now black has to move, so this is covering how many squares? So black can move at all these 5 locations, 1 2 3 4 5, because the pawns, as well as it can capture, but since we have said we cannot capture, so 5 locations are possible, like this. Let's go to another example. This is an interesting example. Now king is being checked, so we have to avoid the check. Let's move here like this. Now tell me, suppose we play white somewhere here. Now tell me the ways you can give black check. Which all pieces can give black check? See, we know rook works in straight line and bishop along diagonal. So let's see, on diagonal can anyone give check? So draw a line like we have drawn earlier in the queen example, queen game, how queen moves. So always draw a line to find out which ways you can give check. Cover the squares where the check can come from. So can any piece come there? Yes. The rook can come here, 1, and give check. The bishop can come here and give check. The bishop can come here and give check. So these all checks are possible. Let's see each of them. This is check. How to avoid this check? Simple. This whole area is covered. this is covered, this is covered. So only one way is possible, this way. Let's see another check by the bishop like this. So where it can go? Only one square left. Let's see check by here. Now what all options are here? Here we have multiple options. First we can go here like this. We can go here like this. We can capture also, not an issue. As well as we can capture by this also. So this is fine. Now suppose we just move our king because of some reason, like we just move somewhere. Let's play white, let's play this move and we move the king here. No, this is not a good. Let's say we do this and move king here. So earlier we have seen the king was able to capture the bishop, but can king capture the bishop here? Answer is no, it has to only avoid the check somehow. So we can go here, it can go here, here and here. Why it cannot capture the bishop? Because it is being protected by this pawn. So you cannot capture a piece, enemy piece by king which is being protected by some other piece which is protected. We cannot move a king to a square which is attacked under the protection of enemy forces. So let's look at the last example. This is a pretty interesting one. So in this case, tell me how king can move. There is no check, but king has to move. So what all moves are possible? So first see, always see the attacking squares. So this is one attacking square, this is one attacking square, attack and attack. So these four squares, these three squares are being attacked. So king can move to any other square except the rook one because we cannot take our friendly piece. So it can move here 1, it can move here 2, it can capture also because the bishop is not protected, it can capture this also, it is not protected. Okay, now what about black king? Where it can move? So first see where all the white is attacking. 1, 2, this is the material to us. So 1, 2, so here it cannot move. So let's play one move it has, two move it has. It cannot move here because of this bishop. It cannot move here because of this knight. So it can move here. Now what about the captures? So it can capture the bishop because it is not protected, but it cannot capture the knight because knight is being protected by bishop, and we cannot move to a square or take a piece which is under the protection of enemy piece. So I hope these examples are clear to you all. If there are any suggestions, please let us know in the comments. Thank you.